Welcome to Colombia! Today we're talking about playing golf all over Colombia. Welcome, golfers all over the world! My name is Frank, I'm Swiss and I came to Colombia 5 years ago and I run a travel agency here in Bogota. And since some time I'm also offering playing golf in Colombia. And I have, as usual, a big package of paper, my notes, to explain you everything you need to know. So, wonderful people! Welcome to my channel. I'm happy you're tuned in and I hope you will enjoy it as much as I do. So before I start with different golf courses we have here in Colombia, I want to give you some general information. Golf is played since a long time. Many golf courses were created in the 20th century, but due to the difficult political situation we had after 1950s until the early 2000s, there was no real golf tourism coming to Colombia. And today all those golf courses are very elite country clubs and they're great, they're awesome. You find golf courses all over Colombia and they're in a perfect state, they're well maintained, very interesting to play to, and it's golf paradise. And I will exactly explain you why. But how can you actually access a golf course in Colombia? That's not so easy because, as I mentioned, most of the golf courses are country clubs. It's not that you just can call or send an email and as a private individual you can go and play a round of golf. And also many of the golf courses is not just golf, they also have tennis, they have horse riding, some have lakes with boat where you can wakeboard, and some of them are huge. And you have golf courses all over Colombia. And what does that mean? Colombia is the second most biodiverse country in the world and you have so many different areas. You have the Caribbean coast, so you will play on sea level. You have the Andean mountain chains, 3 of them. For example, here in Bogota, you can play on almost 3,000 meters above sea level. Then you can play in the coffee region between the coffee plants. Then also you can play in the Orinoco, which is about 300 meters above sea level, very hot, and you have to take care that the capybaras don't steal your golf balls. And it's golf paradise because you can play all year round. And the region is so diverse. One day you would play in the Andean mountains and the next day you play in the Coffee Triangle and the next day you play on the shore of the Caribbean Sea. I don't think there is another country you can do that. So Colombia, the absolute golfer's paradise and absolutely virgin. Golf tourism is totally virgin. There are almost no tourists so far coming to Colombia, but I want to change that. I want you coming to Colombia and having the golf trip of your life. Because Colombia is not just golfing, there's so much more to experience. So let's jump into the different golf courses we actually offer around the country and I will explain you more about the region and everything you need to know. Saying that, we have a great blog on our website, Golf Courses in Colombia, and actually there you will find all the information about length, about altitude, about the caddies, everything you need for planning your golf trip. So we are going to start, of course, with the cup of Colombian coffee because it's the best in the world. It's an obligation to drink lots of coffee when you live in Colombia. So we start here in Bogota. We offer some really cool clubs. I will start with El Rincón, which is a little bit outside of Bogota. Depending on the traffic, it takes you 90 minutes. It's on 2,660 meters above sea level, and this is in feet, 8,400 feet. The temperature is like Bogota, usually cold, between 6 and 15 degrees. And mountain weather, it can rain, it can hail, sun can shine, everything is possible over here. You don't have a hotel on site, you have 18 holes, it's a par 72. The fairways have kikuyo and the greens have bent grass. The length is 7,150 yards. Designer Robert Trent Jones. And you have caddies in many golf courses around Colombia. You still have caddies and you walk. Some have golf carts. Some have the option for golf carts. It really depends from golf course to golf course if you have golf carts, if you have caddies. So El Rincón is one of the most recognized golf clubs here in Colombia. Also outside Colombia, it's recognized as one of the best clubs here in Colombia, and it's great. I already sent some clients over there and they loved it. There are many water holes. Be careful that you're not going to lose too many balls. Then also we have San Andres, which is great. You have those huge, large trees on the fairways, and when you go to the clubhouse, you almost think you are in a Scottish whiskey bar. It's a great club. It's also outside Bogota. It's on the other side. It's towards the airport. And you have 18 holes, 72 par, and kikuyo, and the greens are boa. Then you have La Cima, which is one of the few public golf courses here in Colombia. I know actually 2 public golf courses. I think there are not many more, if at all. And La Cima, the speciality is it's almost on 3,000 meters above sea level, and this is in feet, 9,840 feet. I'm not sure, did you play on that altitude before? Please write me in the comment section what was the golf course, the highest above sea level golf course you played in your life. It would be interesting to compare if there are many. Then La Cima also 18 holes, par 70, kikuyo and bench grass boa, and 6,009 yards. Designer Boris Sokolov. You also have caddies. And then also a very interesting golf course, the Military Club Golf Club. You find many retired generals and colonels from the army, from the police. And the interesting thing is, this golf course is not just busy on the weekends, it's also during the week. You have people all the time, and it's not so difficult going there on the weekends. It's not just concentrated that everybody goes on the weekend, because most of the members are retired, a little older, and they can play whenever they want. So it's also a very, very beautiful golf course. 18 holes, of course, par 72. With kikuyo and bent grass, and 6,695 yards. I'm not going to tell you too much about Bogota, as I have many other blogs explaining about what to see and what to do in Bogota. It's a great city, easy to spend the week here with museums, shopping, cultural offer. Close to Bogota, great nature for hiking, history. Bogota has it all. And combined with playing golf, you also can bring your couple, your wife, your girlfriend, your family. So when you want to play golf, they will be busy all the time, so don't worry about that. Bogota, great destination for golfing and so much other stuff. Then we go to Cartagena, and Cartagena is on the Caribbean coast. We have 2 golf courses there. We have the TPC KARIBANA Beach Club. It's probably the most touristy golf course. It's about 35 minutes ride from downtown Cartagena. You also have direct flights to the US. And you have a hotel on site, great hotel. We also have a video about the golf course and the hotel. It's the Conrad. Then you have 18 holes, a par 72. You have fairway and greens are bent, and it's 7,065 yards. And the designer is Niklaus Design. And special is you have the golf carts with the GPS system, so it's not without the caddy. You have your golf carts, and you can always see on the map where you have to drive to. And you have a security system within the golf course that you cannot drive onto the greens. And you actually have two different parts. You have one part of the golf course is away from the beach, it's more like forest, and the other part is by the beach, beautiful. And then you have the beach club with pool where you can have some drinks and eat something. It's a great experience, and combined with the rapid access to the historic Cartagena, that's a wonderful experience. And then also we have in Cartagena, we have the country club, which also has 18 holes. It's a par 72. Fairways are Bermuda and the greens are Bermuda Tiff Dwarf. It's 7,901 yards, and the designer was Rafael and Jaime Villegas. And also cards and caddies. Then we go to the coffee triangle in Colombia, and I tell you, this is one of the most beautiful and spectacular regions, not just in Colombia, but in the world. So beautiful. And we actually have 3 golf courses there, and they're awesome. So if you want to spend 1 or 2 weeks playing golf, you can combine those 3 golf courses in the coffee region perfectly, because they're very close and connected with good roads. So let's start in Armenia Country Club. This is on 1,500 meters, almost 5,000 feet. Very comfortable temperature, very close to Armenia, the capital of Quindío. We have a little hotel on site, 18 holes, a par 71. You have Bermuda and Poa. And it's a 6,588 yards course, and designer were Rafael Jaime Villegas and Fernando Gamboa. Then you have Manizales, which is also around that altitude. You have 18 holes, par 72, Bermuda Tiff Way 419, and Bermuda Tiff Green 328. 6,602 yards, and also Rafael Jaime Villegas, Fernando Gamboa. And then we have also Pereira. No, Pereira I don't have. I just have written Pereira, but there's no description, so that is missing. So this is the coffee triangle with the explanation of 2 golf courses, and you have so many plans in the coffee triangle. You can go hiking, horse riding, learning everything about the coffee. There's a volcano with Dolima del Ruiz. You have hot springs, great food. It's coffee triangle, just amazing. And combined with the golf trip, you will love it. You will love it. Call me. we'll book that for you, and you will have a great time. So then after Coffee Triangle, we go to Medellin, and Medellin is also very, very famous all over the world for different reasons. But we are going into the golf courses, and there is the Medellin Country Club close to Medellin. It's in Rio Negro. This is like 1 hour driving on almost 2,200 meters. And there is also a lake with the boat for wakeboarding. They have, area for playing polo and horse jumping or show jumping. This is one of the most exclusive clubs I visited here in Colombia, and it's also a little more expensive than most other golf courses, but it's worth going. It's beautiful. It's a great club. They also have a member which is a former president, Alvaro Uribe, And when he arrives, you see helicopters, you see snipers, you see a convoy with armored vehicles and SWAT everywhere. That's at least what they told me. But he's not going there every day, so don't worry. And no, it's a fantastic club, nice clubhouse, great food. And they have a hotel on site, 18 holes of course, par 72 with Cucuyo lawn grass and bank grass, 7,022 yards, and also Jaime and Rafael Villegas. Then you also have El Rodeo Club in Medellin, 18 holes, par 72 with Bermuda Tief Greens 328 and Bermuda Tight Dwarf, 8,808 yards. And the design was Canadian Golf Landscaping. And then also in La Macarena, it's also 18 holes, par 72, also Bermuda Tief Greens 328 and Bermuda Tight Dwarf with 6,792 yards. So you see, in Medellin you also have some golf courses that you don't have to go to the same one every day. You have a nice variety. Then we go to Cali, the world's capital of salsa dancing. It's a great city, I love it. I was there a couple of months ago. I went out dancing salsa, just one night, but it was great. And you have good food, and you have it's very close to the Pacific coast, and we have actually 3 golf courses there, and they're great, awesome. And yeah, Cali is just such an underestimated destination, touristically still totally underdeveloped, and there's so much to do outside the city. Great nature, bird watching, and natural destinations like Lago Calima, great for kite surfing. You can go to the Pacific really fast, and yeah, not so many people go to Cali so far, but that might change in the future. It's economically quite developing because the most important harbor is very close to Cali. So we start with the Cali Country Club, which is amazing. It's an awesome club. It's on 1,000 meters, so Cali can be quite hot. 18 holes, par 71, fairway Bermuda, and greens Bermuda Tiff Eel with 6,902 yards. Designer Howard Watson, Canadian Golf Landscaping, and you also have a nice hotel on site. Then we also have Los Farallones Country Club, which also has 18 holes. It's par 73. Fairway Bermuda Tiefway 419 and Bermuda Tief Green 328 with 7,413 yards. And you have the 11th hole, which is a par 6. So remember that, par 6. You have to get your driver and get your longest shot of your life. And those were 2 of the clubs we have actually in Cali. We have a third one, but I don't have the description here. And then we also have a golf course in the Llanos, and the Llanos is the region where you have Orinoco crocodiles, you have anaconda, you have puma, you have sloths, you have anteater, you have monkeys, you have capybara, so many animals, it's incredible. And we have there the Windham Garden in Villavicencio. It's a hotel golf complex, and temperature, it's very warm, it's very nice. It's almost 450 meters above sea level, which is 1,500 feet, and very close to the capital of the department, Meta, Villavicencio. And hotel on site, 200 rooms. 18 holes, it's a par 72, and the fairway is bent, the green are bent, and the length is 6,100 yards. And then we go to a great destination. We go to Bucaramanga, which is the capital of Santander. And what you find there is the Cañón de Chicamocha, which is it's a huge canyon over 60 kilometers long. On the deepest level, you have 2 kilometers in depth, and you have PEREIRA, which is probably the most beautiful historic town Colombia has to offer. And the region is great for all kinds of outdoor sports, for river rafting, for hiking. Santander is great. They also have very good coffee. And we have 2 great golf courses over there. We have Ruitoque, which is on a hill. And funny, when you can actually fly by helicopter over there. They have on the top of the local hotel, they have the helicopter platform to land. And you can actually, from the airport, fly over there, and then also to PEREIRA with flying over the Chicamocha Canyon. A great plan. But you also can drive there, and then when you're at the bottom on the hill, it's like Fort Knox, because they control the car, and yeah, it's very interesting, because you have on the hill, you have like a little town where the wealthier ones have their houses. So we have Ruitoque, which is on 1,330 meters, and the cool thing is you have a 360 view. And you have hotels, you have 18 holes, par 71. Fairway are Bermuda, and the greens are bentgrass, and the length is 6,600 yards. It's a Nicklaus design golf club. And then also you have the Bucaramanga Country Club, which is also great. And you have 18 holes, par 72. Fairways, Bermuda Tee 419 and Bermuda Tee Green 328. 6,349 yards, and designer is Mark Mahana. And then we're getting closer to the end. We have the golf courses in Barranquilla. We have Lagos de Caujaral, beautiful club. Many water holes, and I remember when I was there, there was a reptile, leguan, lizard. It was like, wow, huge. You find them all over. They're huge, those guys. And sometimes they're very interested in golf balls. So be careful when you go there. And you know, when you approach those big lizards, you know their technique how to defend themselves? No, they don't jump at you. They try to hit you with their tail. I tried it. I almost got hidden. It was very interesting. Locals warned me, but I wanted to try. So it was interesting to find out. So we have Lagos de Caujaral, which is 18 holes, par 72, fairway Bermuda, green Bermuda, and 6,585 yards. Designer Joe Lee. And then again, we go back to the Andean mountains, because Barranquilla was on the Caribbean shore, and Popayan, it's the white city. It's beautiful. It's perfect spending 1 or 2 days. You can walk all around, and I always tell people it's like Cartagena, but very comfortable climate. So you have 9 holes. It's a par 70. You have Kikuyu and Bermuda, and it's 2,800 yards. So those are the golf courses here in Colombia, and we are waiting for you, golfers all over the world who want to have a unique experience and your best golf trip of your life. Contact me and we'll create you a great trip, and you will have a great experience. Thanks for watching my channel. If you have questions or comments, put them down in the comment section. There is more information in the description section. I wish you all the best, send you warm wishes from Bogota, and I hope to see you soon back here on my channel, or even better, here in Colombia, golfing. See you next time. Here's Colombiafrank.
Thank you.